Hey everyone, my name is Jarrett Winfield, and I'm also known as the Lifewave Patch Guy. I'm from San Francisco, California. I'm 46 years old, and for the better part of 25 years, I've been passionate and studied anti-aging, peptides, longevity, and nutrition. If you've been following along, you know that I've been diving into the benefits of Lifewave patches on this channel. And in today's episode, we're going to focus on something I think is really exciting, which is how these patches can potentially impact your biological and cardiovascular age. Now, before we dive in, I just wanted to take care of a quick bit of housekeeping. Firstly, a reminder that I am not a doctor. Everything I share here is based on my personal experience and not intended as medical advice. And secondly, if you find this video helpful, please take a moment to subscribe, like, and click the notification button so you don't miss any future updates. Finally, if you have any questions whatsoever about the patches, my experience, or anything else, feel free to drop me a comment in the comment section below, or check out the video description for the links that I talk about, for links to everything that I mentioned in the episode. So before I started using Lifewave patches, I got my biological age tested, and it was only 2 years younger than my chronological age. I'm 46, and my biological age, was 44. Now, after the last 6 months of using these patches, which was consistent use every day of the X39 patches with a couple of other ones, AEON and ALAVIDA, pretty much daily, I got amazing REM sleep. So basically 6 months of consistent use with the patches combined with this increase in my REM sleep, which I talk about in episode 1. Regular workouts, proper nutrition. I recently got my biological age tested again, and I'm now 9 years younger biologically, making my biological age or my cellular age 37 years old. The testing that I used for it was different than I used the first time. I used a company called Function Health, and if you haven't heard about them, I would definitely suggest you check them out. They provide a comprehensive diagnostic of over 105, like between 105, maybe 115, 120 biomarkers. And that includes a year of coverage and 2 full panel tests. So I would recommend checking them out. I will put a link in the video description below. I think that they are the best bang for your buck, because when I paid for when I paid for my biological age testing, that test alone cost more than all of the 1 year of coverage under Function Health and the two tests you get with Function Health. So if you're serious about your longevity and taking your, tracking your health seriously, I would definitely check them out. Now I'm going to get into the Lifewave patches specifically. The research that I've found, and I'm happy to send anyone information on that with specific case studies and clinical trials, showed that on average, your vascular system, the age of your vascular age, which is your heart health, heart age, and entire cardiovascular system, that decreased in age on average by between 8 and 12 years after 6 months of just using X39, which is pretty much coincides and lines up directly with what I experienced after 6 months on the patches. Lastly, I wanted to talk about heart rate variability, HRV. I'm not sure if you're aware of what that is, but it is a more accurate indicator of overall heart health than just your average pulse or beats per minute, your BPMs. Your HRV or heart rate variability is actually like the mini beats in between the heartbeats. And apparently it's a much more easy way to check heart health, a more accurate way to check heart health. Before doing the patches, like a year ago, I've been tracking my HRV for a few years now on my Apple Watch and my Aura ring. But my average HRV was between 30 and 60, which would be considered normal for my age. After using the patches, pretty much immediately, I could check on my watch, on my ring, on the app, and it jumped up on average to at least 100 and sometimes went into 200 to 300 range, which was crazy. I thought it must be a glitch, but it was consistent day in and day out. So that's pretty much like, super Olympic athlete level heart health. So that definitely reinforced the studies that I'd read about in terms of reducing the age of your heart and your vascular system after using the X39 patch, which increases that copper peptide GHKCU. Anyway, to wrap it up, while these are my personal experiences, I would encourage you to do your own research and obviously, consult a healthcare professional before trying anything new. If you have any questions or you want to share your experience with me, again, drop me a comment. And again, please make sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell where you can be updated when I come out with my next episode, which I'll be diving into what the patches are actually made out of. What I did, and it's kind of hard to figure that out. And a lot of people ask that question. They're like, what is in these things? And I'm going to talk about that. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.